Wednesday morning, 7 a.m., August 27th, 2025. Today's video, I want to talk about YouTubers being authentic and how those two things should never be a compromise. Being authentic on YouTube, that's the way to go. All right, let's walk about it. Let's talk about it. Yeah, we're doing another walk. Trust me, you don't want to look at me the whole time. Okay, I got to start hooking up the mic. Some of this stuff, probably not going to hear me. The traffic's loud. Being inauthentic on YouTube. It's a thing, man. I start thinking, like, if this guy here had a YouTube channel, would he start, like, BSing you? Like, if say he had, like, a church channel today. Sure, wait, I could just use regular examples of people doing that now. And they all use the same title, like, can you believe God did this? You know, and they're holding their hands on their face. Or they're like, you know, can you believe Judas did what? You know, all that stuff, and they're using the same. I just start thinking, through time, if anybody had a YouTube channel, how their creativity would be completely crushed and neutered just because they wanted to make a little money. Show some scenery. Cool morning. Still got the sleeveless though. You know how we do New Jersey style. Beautiful, cool morning. Feels like late September here in Howard Beach. Okay, so seeing the Padre Pio statue there, I started thinking, if he had a YouTube channel, how would it completely change how he presented his word? So, on YouTube, in many fields, whether it's video games, it's not all the fields probably, all the topics you can talk about. Minimalism, video games, podcasts, self-help, which I do not want to, please don't think this is a self-help channel. It's just me trying to find Zen. But all those channels, I've noticed one thing. Not all of them. There's some good ones out there that just do their thing. But they either have their hands on their side with their mouth open, or they're got their hand in their head looking downward. You know, the looks. Or it's the same 5 titles. It's either 7 things I don't use anymore as a minimalist. Next 2 weeks later, 5 things I never use anymore. 4 things, 6 things, you know, it's like, and then if they, on and on and on and on. On and on and on and on. But like, boy, I got a lot to say on this. Let me go this way. Let's turn around here. Just kind of mix this up. I remember hitting the street last night. So many, like, topics and so many ways to talk about it, but yet these YouTubers, just to stick their finger in the algorithm pie and make sure that YouTube pats them on the back, they lose all originality. But that's a full-time job, and that's nasty work. Like, if you did a video just because you wanted to do the video, and it's because you want what you wanted to talk about and the thumbnail you wanted to make, that's good enough. But it's not. So let's look at the process here. So you make a video, you make a thumbnail. All the thumbnails, people are trying to make them look like all the thumbnails that are popular. So if you're looking up a podcast, they all look like there's like a couple of, you know, templates. And that's it. And it's like, I don't understand. Like, you have no creative, you're having a creative channel, but you have no creativity in your thumbnail. And then the topic. the topic is the same for everybody. These topics, like you'll either find a hot button thing. If it's a video game, this one everyone loves, so I'll talk about how I love it. Or Nintendo did this, so I'm going to all jump on that wagon, and that's what I'm magically going to talk about. And even more magically, I'm going to have the exact same opinion with the exact same wording in the title as everybody else. Now, I get why you're doing it, for the algorithm. But now you're not a creative. You're wasting all that we were given as a creative human being, that there's no one like. Yeah, you might have a proclivity. Look at that word, huh? Wow, look at me over here. You might have you might have an interest in makeup. That means you have a unique viewpoint on makeup. You're also passionate about it, so why can't you just say, hey, here's my video on this, and make it? Like, to me, it's like, it's a crime to not be yourself on there. But Tommy, hey, you're not going to be able to get the algorithm, and no one's going to see. You got to play the game to win the game. I know, Sly. I get it. Sly always checks in with the counter argument here. The contrarian viewpoint, the devil's advocate. Yeah, use that to get the views. I get it, because like back in the 80s in the Sunset Strip in Los Angeles, all the metal bands, it was saturated with them, and to stand out, you had to get people to go to you. You had to find a way to stand out. One of the easy ways was to put your flyers up on the telephone poles all up and down the strip, but everybody was doing it, so you would just keep stapling over the top of the other ones. It would just be littered with these, all these flyers for these bands, and you had so you had to do things to get noticed. I get it. It's not like it's part of the whole thing. But here's the thing. Once you get the successes, obviously the channels you're going to notice are successful somewhat because they popped up. But this happens with popular ones. It's like you're still selling out with the titles. You have nothing interesting to say about Super Mario Brothers new game or something. You got nothing, no original way to say it, or at least with your viewpoint. They regurgitate the same topics. They have the same thoughts as everybody else, just to keep in the algorithm. And that seems exhausting. It doesn't seem fun. And more importantly, you're a bot. You're just a creative bot with no creativity anymore. You might as well not even have the channel, because what are you doing to show your creativity off? Why should I listen to you? Like, what? You're not providing anything different. Like, you have a unique viewpoint on it. Talk about it. Put whatever title tickles your fancy. Careful of tickling your fancy too much. Start getting canceled for tickling some. Just tickle your own fancy. Please don't tickle anybody else's fancy, because you'll end up Me Too'd. But like, make a video when you want to make a video with what you want to say truly. Like, I would love to hear somebody who's into minimalism really talk about it without regurgitating the same 7 videos again and again. Things I don't use anymore, simple things to become a minimalist, what I do to maintain my minimalism. And so how many ways can you say it? They're just word jumbling around here, putting the number first, then the number will be third, then they, I'm not even sure. You go numb, and I get that's why everyone just, it's also the fault of the people watching it. We shouldn't click these, or they'll keep clicking. I did a research here and checked some of those people who did these top 5 things or 5 things I never use as a minimalist, all these videos, and it's the people saying the same things to all their videos like they've never heard it before. So now we're creating this circular bot thing where a circle jerk of bots. We're becoming dumber by watching it and just accepting it as something new, some new form of, or something we haven't heard before. But it's like we've all heard it before. Now you say, well, what can you really say a billion times about it, like minimalism? We even say the same thing differently. Well, you can, because you have a unique way you speak and a unique viewpoint on that. You could speak from personal experience, not just telling people how they should feel about something. Or here's my tips. Now that brings me to the next thing is the expert, the YouTube expert. So now you get a channel and all of a sudden you know something. Okay, yeah, we all know something, but now you're like telling me, here's what you should do if you want to lose belly fat. And then they sound just like every other video. Now, a lot of them, there's common sense stuff. So if it's common sense stuff, why do they say it like they're the experts on it? It's like, oh, you're telling me you want to lose weight, don't eat McDonald's every day? Jeepers, creepers. Why, thank you. Do you have any more videos with this enlightening stuff? Like, if you're into fitness, into weight loss, weight gain, who's into weight gain? Never see a lot of that anymore, huh? Never see the good old days of videos on weight gain, how to gain weight. How to lose belly fat. These videos will be the same. And also the God mode these people are in, like experts, like, what made you an expert? Because you had a channel? You're into fitness. Talk about talk about their personal fitness journey. It'll sound just like everybody else's fitness journey somehow. I don't even know how that's possible. But I think it's a bad thing to give away your creativity and use that channel and abuse it. You get, everyone's a creator now. So what we've with the availability of being able to be a creator, we've lost the most important part, which is the creativity. Just to make sure we get views. And like I said, doing it early is fine, as long as it's keeping close. Yeah, you look, use the thumbnails and the title as a way to get the views. That's what you should be doing. That's like you're trying to get your product seen. It's a lot of people out there. Use that. But every couple videos, and then also the content, once they're in the door, you don't have to be a phony anymore. But they are. And there's zero originality coming from the majority of these YouTubers. And I've fallen into the trap of like sounding too self-helpy, and that's another thing I don't want to do, because this is about me and I'm not going to tell you. Because like I'm saying, every person out there is a different creative person and they have their unique viewpoint. And this stuff might not work for you, so it's just about me. It's all about me, guys. So maybe, just maybe, the worm will turn and people will get sick of it and quit, and only the original survive. And that's the thing too, like, you'll get tired of this, you'll get exhausted. Like, how can I have to keep making these videos every day saying this drivel when I might believe it, maybe I don't believe it, but it's like not coming from a place of authenticity. You're gonna burn out and fade away. But you're getting that bank, baby. You're getting that Krilla. So who cares, right? About, I mean, you got a damn channel. Man, how lucky we are that the gatekeepers are all gone. If you want to create, I think the problem is people just do it with this TikTok generation now, and everyone just, no talent people making videos. You can just make one. You not even really want to. Like, yeah, there can't be this many entertainers. Like years ago, like these people didn't want to be like seen or heard. It's easy now, so they'll do it. But it's like just because it's easy doesn't make you qualified or talented at it. So just stop or find your niche in the marketplace on here and do you. Because we don't need any more phony balonies. Why would we need that? I think there's enough of that. I mean, in the sphere that I'm making videos in, which is hard to kind of, put a finger on it, because it's not like, it's not self-help. It's not, but it's more like some kind of Zen thing. But is that even a sub, is that even like a genre on here? What's the word? Genre about books. Is it even like a thing? Zen on here? Like, I don't see people talking about that. I did an experiment. I cleared my watch history and just watched a lot of videos with Zen in the title, and there wasn't anything interesting coming up. So I figured, hey, maybe there's something that hasn't been tapped into too much. But I don't know. Now my videos have been kind of all over the place. Early just walking videos. Then I started putting myself on the camera talking about, like, that self-help edge that it had. I didn't like it. Started to feel like, wait, I think the way I presented it is talking to people, because you are. So it's like your natural proclivity. That's the second time I've used it. I don't even know if that fit there, that word. But your natural inclination will be to then talk at them or to them at the same time. Like, hey, here's what I'm telling you, because you're otherwise you're just rambling to nobody. But I thought, no, that's fine. Like, hey, I'm going to turn this on. You can watch it like a fly on the wall. And here's him talking about the things talking about finding Zen, and you can listen along. And then I'll also, talk to you at the same time. And I'm finding a groove and a rhythm doing that. So I think I'm going to keep doing it this way. This breeze is nice. But look at this car here. Look at that bad boy. Hey, let me get a little closer. What is this? Let me turn it around. Classic, something from like Leave It to Beaver or something. So where does this end? Where does it start? Well, I really could go on and on about this. I think let me say this. Imagine if there was you couldn't see other people's videos. Just humor me for a second. You couldn't see any things that were on there. So you had no idea what people were doing, what these thumbnails were like, what the titles would be. You didn't know the views, like how good these, what this did, what this one didn't do. If you said this, what video would you make? Oh, I guarantee you, it would be completely different for 99% of these. People always love saying that, 99%, like we're so sure it's everything but that one. But it would be, most of the people, because you'd be ignorant. You wouldn't even know what was what. So you would do it from a place of pure authenticity. Also, secondly, say you did know all those things and you knew the thumbnails, You saw all these things, but there was no views on them, and you couldn't make a penny off of it. What would your videos look like? What would those videos all look like? I guarantee you 99% of them would not look like that. Because you'd be like, well, what's the point of doing that? There's no algorithm. There's no... This guy needs a nap. Is that the Monopoly guy? When I make a video, I try my best to think like that. What's the photo I want to use? How do I want the thumbnail to look? And if you look through my video things, you'll see the thumbnails are all over the place. I like that. It's whatever creatively fits at the moment. But imagine those two things. If there was no videos, what would yours look like? Like walking videos where people just walk and don't talk, just showing the scenery like this. People weren't doing that. Now everybody does those. Not like mine, because I'm completely original. No, there's like no, like... It's like you all just wanted to walk and film. That's what your dream was? To show Toronto on foot without saying a word? I don't buy it. Now it's okay to do that but you're doing 100% because that's popular to do. And that's a no-no with creativity, I think. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I just hope the worm turns. That's now, for those young people who don't know, that means that's when a situation, goes into a different direction. I wonder who came up with some of these terms. The worm turns. I'll have to look it up. They do usually have a reason, and like they sound like they make no sense. But if you look up the origin story on them, they do. So, I can go on and on about this. This is a biggie for me. Because as a creative person, it really sucks, man, to see this. Because it also gums up YouTube to just a bunch of crap. You have to sift through to find some good people. The other day I found somebody, I wish I could remember the name, but one of the videos had 3 views. I'm like, I didn't care though, I clicked it. It's like, that doesn't matter to me. Of course, mine get 30 views. But they get the point here. I clicked it, and I watched it, and I was like, the video, there was something honest about it, but they went on and on about then how they figured out YouTube thing, and they're going to be successful with this, and they know what to do. And I'm thinking, great, but I hope it's not informing what you do. I hope that's not like what you're going to do, like, here's what I'm going to do now. I'm on the channel, I research, and I'm just going to go out and be this bot. Because the video was really good. You'll see it if something works, too. Like a video works and it gets 1,000 views. Couple thousand views, 100,000 views. Then all of a sudden they turn into that. I've seen a couple examples. So there's this one person who did like Poshmark videos. I only knew that because I saw the viral video. But it was about being over 60. And the things I've learned, 500,000 views. I look back, all the other ones were about having a Poshmark, account and all this stuff and how to do that and everything. And the views were like 700, 800, maybe 1,000 here and there, maybe in the high hundreds. And then I looked to the forward after the other video, which was only 2 weeks before that, was all videos with that thing now. All of a sudden, 60-year-old this, what I've learned 60. Like every video was about that now. What the F? WTF? I mean, my goodness. sell your soul much, and the YouTube is littered with it. I can give you other examples. I saw this one video pop up with an older guy, and he was doing videos on like blood sugar levels or something, and he talked once about what I've learned or whatever in my 60-something years, and then that pops off, a couple 100,000 views, and now that's all he talks about. And it's like, what are you doing? First of all, how many times are you going to be able to tell us life lessons for this? Now all of a sudden you're friggin' Socrates with a Samsung? How many Socrates with a Samsung or a Sony cam is there out there? Enough. I mean, my goodness. And there's more. I don't need to go. You get the point. There's more. Just sad because, I like, they're seeing the money, and now that little flash of the money, they sell out. They say, Tommy, what if yours started popping off? Nope, won't do it. I did a video, a couple of them back to back did good, over 1,000s. Over 1,000, whatever. And I don't think I made a video for 2 weeks after the one that did good. I was just like, I wasn't like, I kind of stepped back a little bit, even like, why is that? Like, that's, whatever. I mean, and then a couple of my videos that are over 1,000s, besides those 2 walking and talking ones, there was ones where I was just focusing on the scenery. And those did in the 1,000s too, and I won't go back to doing those. I don't care. I'm not saying I don't want people to watch the videos, but it's not going to be at the expense of being inauthentic to you. So when you're getting the videos from me, you're getting me. Real deal Holyfield. Real deal Holyfield. You can feel how cool it is out here. It's so nice, man. So nice. But yeah, the YouTube graveyard is littered with those kind of things. Well, it's not a graveyard. It's like a nightclub. They're thriving. So it's not a graveyard, but it's like they're all there. And I'm thinking, like the Poshmark lady and the old guy who, all from a guy goes from blood sugar to lifelong wisdom here. And he keeps saying the same things, the generic ways. And in one of the videos, he was upset because he was only getting 1,000 views, and he started something about, like, I'm not kidding, about falling like depressed now because he had one pop off, another one did good after that, and then the other ones are only at 1,000 when they were at like 80 views before all that happened. And it's like, now you're letting that get, now you're upset because you're only getting 1,000. And it's worse too, the comments will treat these people like they know what they're talking about. And I'm not saying people can't have wisdom, of course you can, but these people aren't like, we shouldn't be could relate to it and agree and find some commonality to it all. But thank God for this, they say. And it's like, oh God, you haven't seen these videos before that say all this stuff? All right, guys, I don't know. I could just go on and on. I've so many times said I could go on, and I do. Giving you value for your click here. Most of you won't last a minute and a half on these videos. You're all heathens. You all should be strung up, drawn and quartered. You can't watch these videos. Yeah, put these on while you're on the old, while you're on the Treadmaster, the Thrill Master, or whatever that thing is. Is that the Thrill Master where you walk real fast? Or is that the treadmill? No, there's the one with the arms, the Thrill Master, where you're moving your arms back and forth like this. All right, guys. Being inauthentic on YouTube is nasty work. Ain't no way around it. Thanks for watching. I'm Tommy. This is Almost Zen. And if you're gonna make a YouTube video, I mean, if you really gotta make a YouTube video, please, I implore you, empty your mind, sit and think, what do I have to say and how do I say it the most original way possible? Because that's the only way to true freedom when you're authentic. Forget about the money. All that stuff will show up. You might have to sell your body on a corner, but you'll have money. You're not gonna be homeless because you're trying to do YouTube. So there's no reason to throw all your originality and creativity and your morals out the window. All right, guys, I'm Tommy. This is Almost Zen TV, bidding you a fond goodbye.